What is good, everybody, and welcome to Between Frets, a space where female musicians meet and discuss all things music. Shorn here, and season 4 has been so far been better than ever. We now been starting to do more video podcasts for you all, so you actually get to see me, Jenny Jam, Autumn Rose doing a lot of video work. And so we still gonna have our audio. Don't get me wrong, still gonna have our audio. So make sure you continue listening to us and follow us on Fret Sisters on our social media and our brand new website. You can actually check out all our recent episodes. You can join our website and videos that we're gonna start posting more up on our YouTube. So make sure you subscribe because you never know when we're gonna release them. And while you're there on our website, make sure you check out our merch store, like this shirt that I'm wearing. If you want to get one of these shirts or any other merch that we have on our site, feel free to check it out. It's amazing. We've been shopping for our own stuff a lot lately, and we cannot stop buying a lot of stuff like mugs and hoodies and hats and socks, and it's all over. It's a lot of stuff. So make sure you check out our website, and we'd be gladly appreciated everybody that has been listening in our podcast and following us on our Instagram and liking the posts that we have on our daily posts. And this break has been very good for us, especially us individually. For myself, I've been making my new music and stuff like that. Actually, this is my new expanded studio, as you say. It's moved from my bedroom now into my living room. And once we get everything fully situated, I'm going to do a full updated studio tour so y'all can get to see how expanded the studio it is. And new gears has been added here and there. So you're going to have a whole big booming system. So I am planning on trying to release new music hopefully before the end of the year, but make sure you follow me on my Instagram, Shorn Music Official, or Facebook, Shorn Music, or my website, of course, shornmarshallmusic.com, and check merch from that way too, and music and videos from there as also. Yeah, so the pandemic has still been put a little worse than people, but we as musicians, we actually find brighter side of things, like doing virtual performances and online performances and online teaching. But we still want to be outdoor. There's some bars that's opening outdoor seatings and acoustic gigs and stuff like that, so it is starting to build back up again. But festivals and everything else, that's like the big moments. We don't have that chance to do that, and I don't like the idea with all this quarantine, the COVID thing. I hate it, but it is real. People dropping bodies and stuff. I don't like that at all. And kids in schools. And as a mother, it is dampening our work because we have to make that available for them. But as a mom, I actually work everything around it, and the times for one of my child's, school has been changed. So there's a lot more time for me to get my practicing, get the studio working, recording, and everything else. And I'm just happy to put everything in my new music and other people's projects. And as individuals, as a founder, we've been doing a lot from behind the scenes, even if we haven't been doing a lot of the podcasts. And we've been doing a lot of other things like setting up the websites and trying to make things better, or more things that will help better for our listeners here on our podcast and our YouTube subscribers as well. So we tried everything. So if y'all have any suggestions on anything that you want us to do, to anything that will help make our brand much better, make sure you hit us up on our DMs or Instagram and our Facebook, or email us at fretssistermusic@gmail.com. And I'm done rambling right now. So when we get back, I will be talking to one of our day one supporters. She's been one of our major supporters since we launched Fret Sisters and our podcast, and she's been a supporter from our individual brands. And I'm actually glad to talk with her and finally get to know her a little bit more, and I hope you will too. Her name is Acquanetta Moore, and so stay tuned, and when we come back, I will be speaking with her, and we all will get to know her. Bye. And we are back. My guest today is a classically trained guitarist, a wife, a mother, a poet from Detroit, Michigan, with the love of rock and roll and blues, amazing supporter of women in music, and supporters of Fret Sisters and our individual brands since day one. So everyone, please welcome my guest, Acquanetta Moore. Hi.
Thank you.
First of all, on behalf of the Fret Sisters and everybody, just thank you so much for being our day one supporter. We really, really appreciate that, especially in the female musician community.
Yes, yes. This is something I always dreamed about seeing. So I'm just happy that it's happening. I'm glad to support it.
Well, let's get started. So, like, why the guitar? Like, what makes you want to pick up a guitar and just play?
It goes way back to this musical band. They were called the Jets, and they all sang and played the instruments. And when I saw them, I said, that's pretty cool. I like what they were doing. And then I said, well, I need to pick out an instrument if I want to do what they're doing. And I liked the guitar. I liked how it looked. I liked how it sounded, and it just went from there.
So you started out playing on classical guitar, right? And then you wanted to do rock and roll. What makes you want to change from being classical to rock?
Well, I started with acoustic, and when I was first started lessons, it was on acoustic guitar, and I learned how to read music and everything. I wanted to switch over to electric, and I did for a brief time, and then my mom was like, why don't you switch over and try classical, because it's not a lot of people that look like you that are doing classical. Why don't you do something different and see how it goes? So she kind of pushed me into it, especially since she was paying for the lessons. Yeah. I had to go. I was like, well, I got to go with what she gonna pay for. So that's how I ended up switching over to classical guitar.
Yeah, like parents said, I pay for it, you do it.
He was paying for it, so I switched over, but I don't regret it. It's helped me a lot. It's helped me a lot. So I appreciate what she did for me.
When I first know you in Facebook, you started like a Facebook group called Women Who Rock Worldwide. What makes you want to start that group?
I just thought it would be cool to have a place where just women across the globe, that whatever instrument they play, just to come together and showcase their talent and what they're doing. Because like I said, with the guitar, I just think it's so cool now. So many female guitars and so many Black female guitars. I never would have envisioned this. So I just think it's great, and just to be supportive of it. That's just what I'm here to do, just support.
And because you created that group, you met all of us.
Yeah, everybody. So many names: Guitar Gabby and Ice and Melina Moy. I mean, the list just goes on. There's so many wonderful female artists. So.
And it's very hard to, like, especially as Black women, we had to find someone that we can look up to. But it was kind of hard back then.
Yes.
It's very hard back then to find, who's this Black guitarist and woman. You see mostly males as guitarists, right, but not women. Yeah. So I'm glad that you created this platform that we can network and see everybody's talent, and actually became like a sisterhood, and we really appreciate that. I know that you are a mom, and you have a wonderful daughter, and she suffered with autism.
Yes.
Like, how did you balance that? Because I know with autistic children, it's kind of hard to deal with daily routines and try to get it into, like, it's very learning a different society. How did you balance your goals as a musician and being a mom with an autistic child?
Well, for a while I had stopped playing. I wasn't, I would be on again, off again. I would take lessons, stop, take lessons, stop. And then we didn't find out officially the official diagnosis until she was 5. She was 5 years old when we got the official diagnosis. So I think I just have a very good support system. My mom was very helpful, with taking care, helping me take care of her when I was still working and things. So my husband. So I had a good support system to help me. So when I did have some downtime, I would be able to get back into playing, get back into writing my poetry. So just having that good family support system, that really is what helps keep me going.
That's a great motivation, especially for me, because I need that much motivation because I had these wild children running
Right.
around. It makes me feel like I will become an alcoholic before the end of the day.
And sometimes she'll be like, "Can you stop playing the guitar, mommy? I want you to focus on me." She's like, "Can you stop playing right now?" Then I'll put it down, and whatever she wants me to do with play with her or whatever, then I'll just stop and focus on her. So yeah, we have our little time. But I think she's supportive in her own way.
So of course we have to tell every musician about your gear and everything. So what kind of guitars and strings and amps are you using? So we get the little picture of it.
I'm kind of like, since I studied classical so long, I don't know a whole lot about like the electric guitar and all the setups and stuff, but the amp that I do have is a Fender Mustang amp. And then the electric guitar that I use the company's called Spear Guitars. And it's a hologram. It's like a Gibson Les Paul model. And I use that. The strings, I've just try whatever seems comfortable to me. So I tried String Joy. I like them String Joy, and it was Guitar Gabby sent me a package, and she sent me a whole case of like strings. I forgot what the brand was that she sent me, but I got a whole box of them. Yep, Ernie Balls. Yeah, so I got a whole box. So I like those too. So those probably like the main ones that I use as far as the strings. The cables, Ice put me up on this company called Rattlesnake Cables. So I'm trying those out, and I like those too. Yeah, I do have a Digitech 360 guitar effects box, and I heard about that. Kat Dyson actually referred me to that and said I should check that out. It's like an effects box, and it got all these different guitar sounds. So I use that too, and that's pretty much about it.
Yeah, just keep it simple.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know all about that. I get confused.
Yeah. I'm trying to slim down my gear, my pedals, of course, because I have pedals all over the place. I was like, I'm just the multi-effects. This is too much. I'm tired of switching pedals every time, every different gear, every gig I had to do. I had to switch a pedal or two. I'm like, this is too much. Like, this is too much. I'm not carrying all this stuff. I might as well just give me a backpack, a guitar case, and have my boyfriend carry my heavy behind amp, and then call it a day.
Right. Yep, keep it simple.
Well, you say you are a poet and you have 2 books that's out right now called Reality Verse and Quiet Storm. Can you give us a little bit background between these 2 books that you wrote?
Okay. The first book, Quiet Storm, is actually a compilation of some of the poems that I've been writing, like for, I'd say maybe past 20 plus years. I just picked out, my favorite ones that stood out and put them in that book. I think it's 50 poems in Quiet Storm. And then Reality Verse, that's a larger collection. I think it's like maybe 200 poems in that one. And I say that time frame is probably maybe past 5 years or so that I had put everything together in that book. So that's how that all came about. Most of it I've actually finished up after I got laid off in March. And that just got me the motivation to say, just go ahead and finish it up. So I finished it up in June. So it's a lot of the stuff at the end, you can tell it's kind of relating to the COVID, because I got some poems in there related to wearing a mask and the social distancing. So you'll be able to get, when you get toward the end, you'll be able to see, okay, now I see where she was at when she got towards the end of the book.
And I will definitely will buy those 2 books because I love to read a lot of different poetry from many people. I'm still trying to catch up on some of my reading, but I want to like try out reading out new books. And when I came across your 2 books, and I was thinking that I should read these books. And I know Quiet Storm is more related to what we are going through right now. And I was like, okay, I need to read this book. So I will definitely pick up and buy a book after this interview, and I will probably might I probably might do a review on the book and probably add it into our website. So we try to do something new on our page. So we're gonna try and do a review on anybody, women musicians that have songs or books and stuff like that. So that's gonna be like the first thing that I'm definitely gonna write about. And
Okay.
and hopefully everybody will pick up the book and read it too, and hope everybody will definitely understand about our feelings going through this whole pandemic. Are you think about recording anything like music wise, or you just want to just try to do more videos and stuff?
I've been thinking about it. I guess because I've always been more of like the behind the scenes person. I never really wanted to like be like in the forefront. But some couple of people have asked me like, well, why don't you do some guitar with your poetry? Why don't you do a little CD like that? And so since I had a couple of people ask, that's something that I definitely feel like I'm gonna look into in the near future, doing like a CD, a couple of tracks with some poems to them. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that.
And I can't wait. And if you need any help, we'll be happy to help you. If you need someone to sing, I will probably help you. I'll probably get Nicole to help you do some singing. We will probably be singing on them tracks, you know.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need a whole lot of help.
So, so when you tell our listeners, or people that's watching, where to follow you on social media?
Okay, Facebook, I have my personal page is just Acquanetta Moore. And then my poetry page where I put all my poems and some of my guitar videos, that's Acquanetta Youngblood Moore. And then Instagram is Acquanetta Youngblood Moore. Those are the primary ones. I really don't do Twitter that much, so just Facebook and Instagram. Working on the website. I'm gonna work on getting a website in the future too, so I have my own website.
That is great. So there you have it, ladies and gents. I would like to thank Acquanetta, our day one supporter here, joining in with us, especially trying everything new in this crazy new season that we just started here on this podcast. Make sure you follow her on Instagram and Facebook. Check out her videos. She does, like, I love her videos, and especially her videos when she's been played music with her daughter, and it was like a great family affair. And I like stuff like that bringing children into music that will help develop them in the future, and it might be inspiring them and motivating them to just, how can I say all this? The best motivation to, it's like, oh, I'm going to be so inspired. I want to be a musician too. That's what I would probably might say. So before we get out of here, do you have like an advice that you would like to say to any young people, young or old, I would say, that wants to start out in this industry?
I would just say, just be passionate, determined. It's a lot of hard work, and just if you have a good support system, I believe that's everything. You got a lot of people that's willing to work with you and help you, through the ups and downs of it. Just go for it. Just go for it.
Well, there you have
Guitarist
it. And what is it?
I said guitarist therapy. Yeah, I use it as therapy. So if you just need to, need a creative outlet, music, writing. That's always what's gotten me through. Music and writing is therapy. So even if you don't take it to a professional scale, just as a source of therapy, music and writing. I love it. That's what gets me through, music and writing.
So using guitar as a conversation.
Yes.
When you're writing a journal or a diary, you use the guitar as having a conversation and you play what you feel. Is that kind of like what you mean on that one?
Or either just journaling. Sometimes I'll just journal, just write out my thoughts, or poems. I have a notebook that's strictly just poems. If I get inspired, I just write in that notebook. Or if something comes to me, I just pick out my guitar and just play. So it's all therapy though. All just getting through whatever I'm going through. Music and writing is what does it for me.
Yeah, just picked up a guitar. One time I was crying. One time I just pick up the guitar and I just play while my tears are flowing. I was like, wow, I'm in my feelings.
If that's a song right there, that's a song idea right there. Play while your tears are flowing. That sounds like a verse to me. Sound like you.
I'm gonna write that down. I got my pen. I got my pen right here. I'm about to write it right down right now. I'm gonna write it down. Say, play while my tears are flowing. That's a good idea. Mm-hmm. now I won't forget to do that later on. So there you have it. I'm Shawnee Shawn, and make sure you check us out on our Instagram under Fret Sisters, and our Facebook and our website, fretsistersmusic.com. And yeah, so until the next episode, everybody, goodbye.